Hi, it's Cindy from Quilters Covered in Ankeny, Iowa again. Purse Party 2015, we're moving on to travel accessories and fun stuff. What else did I call it? Oh, just travel and accessories. I'm losing my apron here, having too much fun. So, in the last section we talked about this big sweet retreat bag that Sandy was making. So out of her leftover strips, because it just took a jelly roll, she was able to make these I Stash and Go is the name of the pattern. And it's a perfect pattern for your phone charger, your camera, all of these kind of things. Or makeup container, whatever you want them to be. It's great. So this one, again, is one that she had used some leftover strips for. So it's a great little bag with just some little binding. This is the bigger one. Then this is your fun little one for a charger. And those are from her leftover jelly roll strips. And then this one, we've got these fun batik strips that are 5-inch wide strips in just a variety. They're kind of into the bolts that we get from a company, so they're all sorts of wild things put together, but they're really fun. And so she took those, cut them into 2.5-inch strips, and did this fun one. So this is the great big one. Then I showed you the medium, and then this one again is the small one. So perfect for for whatever. I mean, it's just a great fun bag. Every time I look, I go, oh, I could put all my stuff in there, because it's fun to organize your stuff. This is just a great one that could go in a bag to put in lipstick or whatever. I think this one's a really fun one. It's not a very expensive pattern, and it really does a lot. So our next guy is going to be cosmetic clutches. Cosmetic clutches I showed last year as well. It has the inner foam, that nice padded foam. Everybody loved this fabric so much I was scared to show it this year, but I just got in a great line of new lavenders. So these feature whole big bag. It's quilted. It's just got binding on it. Not difficult, but not necessarily quick, but well worth everything. And it uses the sew-in magnetic snaps, so it just closes itself up. Now, I tried a variation because as much as I like these magnetic snaps, it calls for quite a few and it can get just a little bit more expensive. So I did try putting in Velcro. You kind of have to write your own pattern if you're going to do the Velcro thing. And it's not as successful as the magnetic snap, so I kind of go that way. But this was a great way to practice a little free motion. We've got a little straight line quilting, a little meandering, and a little loop-de-loop. So it's just fun. Highly recommend these. And again, with that foam, they just stand up. If I'd use fusible fleece, the lightweight iron-on, they wouldn't have any body. So you want to take the recommendations of the pattern companies to kind of give you a feel for what you want. Alrighty, the Jiffy zipper bag. Now, that one's tricky for me to say, but I really liked them. Something a little different. So these are my Jiffy zipper bag. There are 3 variations in the pattern. So one is this kind of strippy. Now, I use that twin needle again, but I use twin needle in a zigzag. Hey, fun. A lot of your decorative stitches will allow you to do decorative zigzags or maybe a serpentine stitch or a variety of things with your twin needle. One of the things I really like about our baby locks, though, is there's a twin needle button, so when I put that on, I can see it on my screen what it's going to look like in twin needle, and it also doesn't let me pick any stitches that won't work that I might break that twin needle. So this is the other variation of it, a little bit different put together. Easy zipper application in the top, can't get too hard. Just used fusible fleece in this because I wanted to keep them light and not too much body. So I used the lighter weight one. Then she gives you instructions for the vinyl. Now, I want you guys to know when there is something in a pattern that isn't quite right. Her directions are fabulous for this. But she says, hey, just make your vinyl bag just like you did those. Well, guys, you can't do that because you can't have your lining show in here. Very easy variation. You're just going to have to bring that piece up and top stitch. So it wasn't a big deal. But if you actually come and see me for the real purse party, I've got a nice little demo to show you guys that. So the vinyl, Now, the Wonder Clips from Clover. These are the best because you can't pin through the vinyl because you're going to leave a hole. And some of these bags, when they get so stiff trying to put that binding on, you can't pin. So the Wonder Clips from Clover are great. They've got markings on them. And you know what? They now come in fun variety of colors, which has just been great. There's big clips, there's little clips. So here's what I did on this bag, right? I just sandwiched my vinyl in between my two layers. Now, am I going to iron this? No, I'm going to be awful darn careful because if my iron hits this, I'm in big trouble. But I don't need to have anything special because my presser foot is not touching my vinyl, right? I'm just sandwiching it. So I'm good to go. So there's one side of my lining. Then I'm going to do the same on the other side of my lining. It's just in the top, I just have to turn under my lining, and that's what I was trying to tell you guys before. I'm just turning it under and top stitching it, right, once I put the zipper in, because it's the only way I can do it. But it's a really fun bag, and I love this vinyl. The vinyl's fun because you can see what you've got in that silly bag. And I just use, you know, I'm a big dog fan. So we got a little bones, a little pet string, or a little, what are they? Paws is what they are. And then just a fun little inside. And your fun color zipper's really great. But again, use your twin needles to experiment a little bit. It was a fun way to do it. All right, what's next? Peekaboo bag. Again, uses vinyl. I'm a big fan of the vinyl. I just think it's really fun. You can see through, you know what's going. This bag has been one of my favorites, but also my nemesis too, because I don't make it often enough and I have to think about the way it gets put together. But I love it. It's a great showcase for fabrics, for prints, and also with that window. So I do a lot of hand stitchery, and it is the right size to put my little projects in. So I can even leave it in my purse. It just works great. And we have these darling little scissors. They're little. They have puppy heads or kitty heads, and they're just a little snip that I put on the edge of my bag that can go in the airplane. And it's really great because then I don't lose them. Now, I had showed you guys a little bit earlier, if I can grab it out of my tub again, one of my little Clover tools. It was a point turner. Well, this is one of my favorites. Sorry, my sign's in the way. Is when you've got that zipper and you've got that little section that you can't poke out. That guy was perfect. If I could find my little, but see, to poke it out, my little point turner, which is missing in action, probably over in our other setup. But a zipper compartment, just very nice. Very, very nice bag. The only downside of using the vinyls is you do see your seams. So if you've got a serger, it's perfect. If not, you just need to overcast. All right, so I think we'll take a break and we'll come back in a minute to show you part 2 of that section. So visit the website, www.quilterscupboardiowa.com. Go to our online store and see in our purse party section, we've got everything put together as seen at Purse Party. So I'll see you again in just a minute. Thanks.